So what is red teaming? Think of it as dress rehearsal for disaster. A common misconception is that red teaming is like chaos engineering. It's not. Here's the difference. In chaos engineering, we pull wires of a system to induce failures, latency, or server crashes in an effort to test system resilience. In red teaming, we try to outsmart the system.
Welcome to Deloitte's On Cloud podcast, the show that cuts through the noise to bring you practical insights on cloud, AI, software engineering, and more. Tune in for real-world tech strategies to lead in the age of disruption. Now here's your host, Gary Aurora.
Welcome back to On Cloud podcast. I'm your host, Gary Aurora, Chief Architect for Cloud and AI Solutions at Deloitte. One of the most common questions I get from CIOs, CISOs, and even CTOs when we are talking about AI is, what about security? What's a response to the new threats emerging from these new age AI systems? And by new age, I mean generative AI, large language models, and the agentic systems. AI that doesn't just predict the next best answer, but also plans, reasons, and takes actions on your behalf. So we are not just talking about smarter chatbots. These are systems that can read emails, summarize documents, book meetings, move money, and even update your health records into EHRs. With that power comes new risk, new ways to manipulate AI, steal data, or exploit systems. And these security risks, they look very different from your traditional bugs or breaches. These look like instructions hidden inside a PDF, or a model that thinks it's helping, when in fact it's violating your compliance policy. There is no silver bullet for this. But one of the most powerful techniques we have for identifying these vulnerabilities before the bad actors do is something called red teaming. So in this knowledge shot, we will talk about what red teaming is, why it matters, and what you can do if you're building or using AI solutions to protect against these modern threats. So what is red teaming? Think of it as dress rehearsal for disaster. A common misconception is that red teaming is like chaos engineering. It's not. Here's the difference. In chaos engineering, we pull wires of a system to induce failures, latency, or server crashes in an effort to test system resilience. In red teaming, we try to outsmart the system. Our goal is to trick it, deceive it, and mislead the system. We try to get the system to do something it shouldn't, like leak private data, misuse a tool, or ignore guardrails. In security terms, it's like penetration testing, but broader and more creative. Because we're not just testing code or the underlying infrastructure. We are testing the whole socio-technical system. Prompts, memory, tool integrations, business logic, and even how humans respond to model outputs. By the way, the term red teaming and the concept itself isn't new. It actually emerged in the 1960s during Cold War military drills. Red team and the color red were used to represent Soviet Union. And blue team were used to represent the United States. Back then, red teaming was physical, breaking into buildings, bypassing cameras, testing alarms, locks, and employee behavior. Today, with AI, the battlefield is language, and the attack surface is words. So why does red teaming matter right now? Earlier this year, the UK AI Security Institute ran the largest public AI red teaming challenge with 1.8 million prompt injection attempts. And they tested against every major LLMs, even from top-tier vendors. They found over 60,000 successful policy violations, including data theft, illicit transactions, and regulatory breaches. There was a 100% failure rate, as in all models broke within just 10 to 100 prompts. What I found fascinating was that the indirect prompt injections, ones hidden inside PDFs, emails, or calendar invites, were up to 6 times more effective than direct prompts. And bigger models didn't consistently perform better. The key takeaway here is that we can't just scale our way to safety. Let me share 2 examples that hit close to home. Consider a healthcare scenario. A hospital faxes a discharge summary to your AI assistant. Hidden in the PDF is a prompt injection telling the model to copy this data to a new patient profile and email it. The AI agent, designed to be helpful, does exactly that, violating HIPAA without anyone noticing. Or in financial services, where a finance bot connected to your payment system gets tricked into making multiple unauthorized transfers, triggered by a prompt hidden inside a support ticket. Both systems are doing exactly what they are told, but they're being manipulated. So what can we do about it? Well, number 1, don't treat red teaming like a checkbox. Too many organizations treat red teaming like a compliance form, one and done. But these LLM-based agentic systems are dynamic. Every new prompt, tool, memory, or index update changes behavior. Therefore, red teaming has to be continuous. It's not a one-time audit. And you need to think in layers, from model to agent to app and to human. At model-centric layer, we ask, can the model be jailbroken with clever prompts? At agent-centric layer, we ask, can someone manipulate memory or misuse a tool? At app-centric layer, we ask, could the output break downstream business logic? And at the human-centric layer, we ask, can the AI manipulate or mislead humans in the loop? This also opens up new metrics for your red team program so we can track the right things. Here are 4 key ones. Number 1, attack success rate at 1, 10, or 100 queries. That is, how many tries does it take to break the system? Obviously, the lower answer is worse. Number 2, mean time to violation. How fast does something break? Number 3, indirect prompt injection exposure index. How exposed are you to inputs from PDFs, emails, or third-party web content that is unstructured? And number 4, what is your defense recovery rate? That is, how often do your controls detect and stop violations before they happen? To red team effectively, you need the right signals, not just pass-fail results. And these metrics help you prioritize what to fix, how fast, and where your blind spots are. So what can you do today? Here are 3 moves every enterprise team can take right now. Number 1, audit your AI tool permissions. Can your agents write to production, move money, access patient data, or any other sensitive data? Clamp it down. Fast. Number 2, build an injection corpus. Save every attack that ever worked, yours and public ones. Use it as a regression suite. Number 3, red team continuously. Test in pre-prod and post-prod. Simulate both well-meaning users and malicious insiders. Red teaming isn't just about finding flaws. It's about building trust. If you want AI to make decisions about healthcare, money, or operations, you better know how it breaks and when. The question isn't, is your AI safe? The real question is, how do you know it's safe? Thanks for listening. This has been another Knowledge Short from OnCloud. I am Gary Rora. Stay safe, stay smart, and red team your AI before someone else does.
You've been listening to Deloitte's OnCloud podcast. Share this episode, subscribe, and join the conversation. And tune in next time for more real-world tech insights and strategies. Until then, keep innovating, keep leading.
This podcast is produced by Deloitte. The views and opinions expressed by podcast speakers and guests are solely their own and do not reflect the opinions of Deloitte. This podcast provides general information only and is not intended to constitute advice or services of any kind. For additional information about Deloitte, go to deloitte.com/about.